Hey there. So tonight I'm bringing you some beam shots of the NLightD L2, which is a 14500 LEP, not LED flashlight, and I'm going to show it what it does and compare it with some other flashlights. So here it goes. This LEP flashlight has two modes. This is the low mode. It has memory mode, so it turns on in whatever mode you switched it off. And this is the lowest mode. It has only two. I'm pointing it towards that pine tree over there that is around 170 meters. That part of the building right there, it's around 50 meters, and these trees here are around 20 meters. So this is the lowest mode, and now the highest mode. You see it is brighter, especially in long distances. You can see it. It's quite bright. Over there it's around 15 meters, there it's 20 meters. It's a quite narrow beam because it's an LEP, not an LED flashlight. And right now I'm going to compare it with some other LED flashlights because this one is my only LEP flashlight. So right now on the left side here we have the NLightD L2, and on the right side you will have the Olight Warrior. You see it's quite different beams. Just to show you the difference, it's also the range. So the pine tree over there, you cannot see it with definition, but with the LEP you can see the branches and all that stuff. And still on the left side you have the LEP, and on the right side you have the Olight Javelot Mini. That is a thrower, and it also has a very long distance beam. You can see their shape here. Both are on max or on turbo, and as you can see both have very narrow beams, but of course this Javelot, it has more spill. You can see it lighting other parts of the floor over there, while the L2, it's deeply focused. I can see it perfectly that it's a gate and a thing that is over there. You cannot see it in the video probably, but I can see it, and it's quite useful to point it there to see what I have. So this is the lowest mode here. You can see what it has. It's like an old iron pen. This is the lowest mode. Sorry, this is the lowest mode here, and you can still see it. And well, in terms of distances, of course, they are more or less similar, and the Javelot goes there, but not farther from that distance, around 170 meters. Moving on the right side here you have the FW1AA single LED flashlight that is a thrower, and on the left you still have the L2. See the lumen top FW1AA also has some spill, as a narrow beam, but it's quite different from the L2. This L2 it's really incredible. I'm liking it a lot. See how definite you can see the branches and all that stuff. So it focused the beam on a point, and you can see perfectly there. See, this one has more spill, of course, but you cannot see in live. You cannot see it as good with as with the LEP, so it lights a little bit different. In terms of distance, of course, it also doesn't have the same reach. It goes there, but it does not illuminate as good as the L2. And now, because I don't have other LEP flashlights, what I can do is turn a zoomable flashlight into a thrower. And this is my on-the-road Z821 modified with an Osram LED. So this is a thrower, but still, well, this is a rectangular beam, unlike the L2. You can see it here. When it's focused in, it doesn't have the spill, so it's just focused. But then when you point it to one direction, you can still see that the L2 is stronger, even with the lowest level on. And for a long range, see the L2 over there, and now the on the road. And right now I'm going to compare the L2 with my Wurkkos T10, which is my EDC flashlight, the one I carry. So, well, then again, we have different beams. This would be like a perfect beam, like floody and also spotty in such small sizes. They are, well, a bit different. The L2, it's longer than the T10, TS10, sorry. But then in terms of beam, they are radically different. This is the TS10 on turbo. It doesn't reach the pine tree over there. It floods this first tree here, while with the L2 we can only focus on some parts, of course. It has its specificities. I'm quite liking it because I never had such focused flashlights. Of course, it has some shortcomings, especially considering the wide range. It has a long range, not a wide range. Sorry, a car is coming. I hate cars coming when I'm doing reviews. By the way, just showing you this glow-in-the-dark ring that comes pre-installed in the LEP. But as I was saying, I'm quite thrilled by it because I never had such focus beam on a small light. Always focused, of course, but it also reaches a long distance. Short distance, of course, it's, well, the video you cannot see it as perfectly as I see it, but it allows me, from when I'm standing, it allows me to focus on a specific place and check if everything is okay there or not without having any distractions. You can say, of course, you can do it with a zoomable flashlight, and then you can zoom it in or zoom it out, but it's different from this one. I'm quite fond of this small 14500 battery flashlight, and I intend to, well, not use it as an EDC flashlight because of what I said in terms of wideness, but I intend to use it as a complementary flashlight because it has a lot of qualities. You might find it weird that when you're clicking, because it has mode memory, so you sometimes you can think it's on the lowest mode, but it's on the highest, or vice versa. But you get used to it. In terms of close range, the L2 can provide some illumination. It is usable for short range, but also for long range. Please notice that this is a how can I say it, a forward clicky switch. So in order to, well, I'm showing it here. So half press for one mode, half press for the other, full click to lock it. And I also like it. Shutting this off, and just a final beam shot over there. 170 meters, 20 meters, 50 meters, like here on the vines, 15, 16 meters. Over there like 30. Over here like 15 meters. And now I will try to show it in another context. Okay, so we are in a different context now, and I'll start again by showing you the NLightD D2 on the left side. See that hole over there, it's around 45, that part like 70 more or less, and the trees, you cannot see it from here. Let's do like this, it's better this way. Those trees are at around 200 meters. So I'm trying to focus that. This tree in front of me, of course you have now a different perspective, but it's around like 30 meters. And this is the comparison with Warrior Mini. Of course it has a different range, but well, it doesn't light up the trees on the back. So you see it's quite different in terms of range. And now I'm going to show the Javelot Mini. Well, they have more or less the same range. You can see the trees over there. Sorry, I'm going to try to focus on the trees over there, like 200 meters. And there, the Javelot Mini has a wider beam, of course, but they reach almost the same. If I'm going upwards and those trees are even farther, the Javelot Mini doesn't go there, but the LEP, well, the L2 goes there. The car is coming. As I was saying, the L2 goes there, the LEP, but the Warrior Mini doesn't. It doesn't reach quite there. So here on this tree, a little closer, well, they are different beams. And now, sorry, I'm going to switch to the on the road zoomable flashlights. This is on the zoom mode. Over there like 70 meters. Trying to, sorry, to get it closer. What it does on 70 meters. And this is the LEP over there. I can have a better view of what's going on with the LEP than with the zoomable flashlights. Again, like in the 200 meters range, the LEP goes there, L2, but the on the road barely. Well, we can see some things there, but not with the same definition as with the L2. And here on the closer range, this is still the L2 turned on, and this is the zoomable flashlight. Different beams. Okay. And now the smaller lights. On the right side I have the Lumintop FW1AA. So it has a lot of spill, while the LEP doesn't. Well, the L2, which is the LEP flashlight, of course, doesn't. And you see someone over there. It's my aunt that's hunting some like slugs or something with a light. So I'm not pointing the light in her direction. She's signaling me. But this is the difference between both. Of course, this has a lot smaller range. The FW1AA, it has a smaller range, and the LEP goes further. Of course, here in this kind of context, maybe this one can give me some more visibility, but on a longer range it doesn't. And now, last but not least, the Wurkkos TS10. It's a floody beam, of course, and it almost doesn't go to the 70 meters. I can see some things over there, but definitely without any definition. So for both I have to join them together and like use them together. So this is the TS10, and this is the NLightD L2. You can see that with definition. It's an illumination pole, and again it goes that far, like 250, eventually 300 meters. I can still see the trees on the back, and I can see things in closer range with definition. I can tell you one thing: at this moment the flashlight is quite hot. I've been using it. It is using a Vapcell H10, so it's like a high drain flashlight, and it's getting warmer because, well, I've been using it a lot. It doesn't have that long, great amount of mass to, how can I say, to heat sink the heat. So it's getting a bit hotter. Just some final shots here. You have the glow in the dark ring. I'm trying to show you the size of this flashlight. This is the FW1AA. It's not focusing correctly. Yeah, this way. Now the zoomable flashlight, and now the Warrior Mini, which is an 18500 flashlight. The zoomable, it's a 18650, and the Warrior Mini is also an 18650 flashlight. So this is pretty much it, what I wanted to show you. The rest, it's on the review of the flashlights. Metal switch, deep carry pocket clip, LEP with a glow in the dark ring. It uses button top 14500 batteries. Sorry, button top or flat top, not button top, sorry. And forward clicky switch, 2 modes, low and high, or high and low, with mode memory. And it's pretty much that. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And well, thanks for watching and have a nice day whenever it is.